you.
Thank you.
OBU women's basketball coach Bo Overton, a further deep dive into Blue Savannah's night against Southern Arkansas. She logged 23 minutes. That is some of the most extensive minutes she's played this time. She matched a career high with 13. She set that against Northwestern back on January the 9th of 2021. The Copenhagen, Denmark native hit 3 of the team's 6 3-pointers. She shot 4 of 6 overall from the field. Savannah, again, matching a career high. And you look at Malou, you look at Melissa. When those two play well, this team usually has a lot of success. You lean on them, Scott. Although they haven't been asked to play huge roles in the past, they certainly have to play, as veterans of this young ball club, even larger roles this season.
Yeah, good point on those two, Southern and Savannah. I want to add Chambers in there as well. I think that trio made that big jump from last year to help improve. And we have good games from them. It helps the Bison. And I think we're missing a person. Kennedy Large really stepped up against Southern Arkansas. Kennedy Large, 5 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, 3 rebounds, 12 points. Kennedy Large made some big shots down around that semicircle that really made OBU go. And that helped open it up for Jill Leslie. And, of course, Leslie had that outstanding 21-point outburst.
When you are mirrored a 38-game losing streak, when you don't win a game last year in conference or out, you obviously turn your roster over. That's basically what David Midlick has done in his first season at UAM. However, they do still have 7 players remaining on the roster from last year's team. Really only one of those, Bailey Harris, the 5'11 sophomore from Sanchez, Texas, is the only one that's in an extended role. She averages 15 points and 4.8 rebounds per ball game. In fact, if you look at their top 5 in minutes played, only Harris among the returnees ranks in the top 5 with more than 22 minutes of playing time, and Bailey Harris leads UAM with 31 minutes per ball game. Long averages 28, Montgomery 26, Barcells and Kinsmell both 22 minutes apiece, and the latter 4 are all newcomers added by David Midlick in his first season. Arkansas-Monticello on the road this year is below 500. They've lost 3 straight all told. They lost on Monday night at home to Southern Arkansas. They lost on Thursday night by 13 in Bethany, and, of course, lost on Saturday afternoon a week ago. They come in and will hope to reverse their fortunes today against Oklahoma Baptist team that is still looking to trend upward. You know, they got off to that great 6-0 start. They then went 1-4 the next 5 conference games. That difficult trip to Arkansas, came home, were upset by Southwestern, got a good road win in Alva, and then come back and really had a difficult time against Southern Nazarene before that huge victory against Southern Arkansas.
Yeah, if you hold home court tonight, like you said, you got 4 more in Arkansas, or 4 more on the road at least, 6 more on the road, 4 at home. And it's going to give you confidence going to Arkadelphia next week, having to play at Washita and at Henderson State. So those are going to be tough games, not as tough like you always mention Harding and Arkansas Tech, perhaps the hardest for the women's side, that road trip. And the Bison were in those games. They got off to slow starts. So let's see how the Bison start out this game.
Oklahoma Baptist 6-6 and 12 Division II era meetings with Arkansas-Monticello. They're 4-2 in games here at the Noble. Last season, OBU won by 30 in Monticello, won by 18 here at home, 73-55. They currently are riding a 2-game win streak under Bo Overton against the Cotton Blossoms. Bo 2-0 against Monticello. More pregame coming up. The starting lineups and the opening tip just around the corner. It's game 1 of this final game of the homestand between the Cotton Blossoms and Oklahoma Baptist on the Bison Sports Network and Classic Hits KGFF. Okay, Bob. Hey, look at this. Of the Noble Complex. Tip-off still about 6 minutes away. Arkansas-Monticello and Oklahoma Baptist, game one of the doubleheader. And then next week, OBU is on the road Thursday at Ouachita, Saturday afternoon at Henderson State. We told you Bailey Harris is the leading scorer for the Cotton Blossoms at over 15 a game. Their only other double-figure scorer is Joy Montgomery, a junior from Marion, Arkansas. She'll make her 19th consecutive start in a Cotton Blossom jersey today. She averages 11 points and nearly 7 rebounds per ball game. Offensively, at times this year, Arkansas-Monticello a little bit challenged. They're being outscored by 1.7 points per ball game, but defensively they're very, very sound, allowing among the conference best at 65.8. UAM themselves averages just 64.1. That, of course, was hampered by just a 46-point outing on Thursday night in Bethany. Southern Nazarenes 59 points that they scored, or that they gave up at SNU, was the second lowest point total allowed by the Cotton Blossoms this year. UAM's 46 points, though, were a season low for the Blossoms. Points in the paint, that was big in favor of Southern Nazarene. They outpointed Arkansas-Monticello 32-20. Offensively, Oklahoma Baptist led this year by the 13.2 point per game average of Madison Chambers. We will not see Erica Ankney, who's averaging almost 17 points a game and pulling down 3 rebounds. She continues to struggle with some concussion issues. That's what we're being told. No further details provided. But I'll tell you what, it all rests on Melissa Southern. She's going to have to play well and get to the point guard position. Mo, 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 turnovers, and a steal in 38 minutes on Thursday night. She averages 4 points, 2.6 rebounds per ball game. Kennedy Large stepped up, had one of her best games of the season. In fact, matched the season high with 12 points in the win over Southern Arkansas. We also need more from Jaden Getman. She had 23 in Alva a week ago today against Northwestern. That's a new career high. She was second best personally in rebounds pulled down with 9 against SAU, and she was held to just 6 points. At home this year, OBU 7-2. They're 5-2 in the Great American Conference with home court losses to SWOSU and to Southern Nazarene. That is our pregame show this afternoon from Shawnee. Stay tuned. The starters and the tip is next. It's the Cotton Blossoms and the Bison on the Bison Sports Network in Classic Hits KGFF. First of all, for the Cotton Blossoms from Arkansas-Monticello, coached by first-year head man David Midlick. He spent 2 years at Delta State and went 45-16. Also led Delta to 2 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances. Zariah Kinsmill will start. She's a 6'1 junior from Suriname, averages 8 points, 5 rebounds per ball game. Bailey Harris, the sophomore from Texas, we highlighted her in the pregame show, 15 points, 4.8 rebounds per ball game. Joy Montgomery is a 5'9 junior from Marion, Arkansas, 11 points, 6.7 rebounds per ball game. Lindsey Long is a 5'9 freshman from Memphis, averaging 8 points and 2.1 rebounds per ball game. And Azaria Holbert is in the starting lineup. She's a 5'6 junior from St. Louis, Missouri, averaging 5 points and 1.2 rebounds. On Thursday night, UAM's leading scorer in the loss in Bethany was Joy Montgomery with 13 points. In fact, she was the only Cotton Blossom player in double figures. Bo Overton in his third season, 2-0 against Arkansas-Monticello, 30-36 in his career, a winning percentage of .455. Bison, though, at home are 17-15 and now 2+ seasons under the former University of Oklahoma starting point guard. Bo is also 22-18 in his last 40 games against the league. Madison Chambers, a 5'11 senior from Muldrow, will start, averaging 13 points, 2 rebounds a game. Maddie had 14.6 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal in 38 minutes of the win over SIU here Thursday night. Mo Southern will start, a 5'11 senior from Elk City. 2 rebounds, 7 assists, only 3 turnovers in 36 minutes of play. She averages 4 points, 2.6 rebounds per ball game. Jill Leslie is in the middle. She averages 5.9 points per ball game and 5.2 rebounds. She's a 6'3 sophomore from Wichita Falls, Texas, coming off a career-high 21 on Thursday night. Also in double figures against Southern Arkansas was the 6' sophomore from Bing, Kennedy Large. She had 12 points, tied a season high, 6 off of her career high of 18. She averages 4.9 and 3.6 per ball game. At Jaden Getman, who had just 6 points but matched her second best rebounding total of the year with 9 retrievals. A 6'2 freshman from Stratford, Oklahoma, completes the starting lineup. Jaden averaging 11.9 points per ball game and 5.1 rebounds. Series, as we told you earlier, split even, 12 games, 6 wins apiece. OBU has won 4 of the 6 here at the Noble Complex. They have won the last 2, including 73-55 last February here in Shawnee. Arkansas-Monticello in their road black and white with a little bit of green on the uniforms, and UAM in white on top of the white numbers on the front of the jerseys and white numerals on the back. OBU again wears the home white and green, trimmed in gold. And we are ready for basketball this afternoon. Arkansas-Monticello and Oklahoma Baptist. After this, UAM goes home for Northwestern next week, and OBU hits the road for 2 in Arkadelphia. Zariah Kinsmill will jump center for Arkansas-Monticello. OBU in the circle has a decided advantage with Jill Leslie. And here we go. We're off and running from Shawnee. Leslie tips the ball. It's free and then finally picked up by Montgomery. First possession of the Cotton Blossoms. No score here at the outset from Shawnee. Left wing side is a Lindsey Long. Long whips it over the right side. Bailey Harris, she's their best player. Back to Long. Shot clock down to 10 already for UAM. Right wing, it's Azaria Holbert. Holbert holds, now drives, 7 to shoot. Holbert leaves it back out front. Long will trigger a 3 at front rims, and Kennedy Large is down for the rebound. Good job by Kennedy. She took that away from 2 Cotton Blossoms.
Yeah, because Large is on the bottom of the 2-3. She's cheating up to cover the perimeter, and she goes down to dig that rebound out.
Getman holds above her head. Kinsmill does jumping jacks in front of her head of the circle. Now left wing is Southern. Back to Chambers. Maddie swings it right to Large. 9 to shoot. Getman with it, foul line right, attacks to the goal, lays it up, missed it, but Kinsmill commits the foul. So Jaden Getman, who's 92.5%, will go to the line trying to give OBU the early lead. Getman is 37 of 40 from the stripe this year. OBU has really cooled off. Last week they were number 2 on the heels of Ashland for the most prolific foul shooting team in the country. They're now at 79, almost 80% as Getman hits the first.
Sarah Kinsmill had perfect defensive position. All Getman did was a ball fake out, and that moved her, and she got the 2 shots.
2-0 OBU as Getman nothing but net on both free throws. A minute gone here in the first period. Bailey Harris with it between the circles. Melissa Southern guards her. Out high, it's a Lindsey Long. Lindsay gives it cross court to Kinsmill. Back to Long, left corner. Driving on the baseline is Harris. They get it back to Long. Now it's Montgomery out front. She diagonally cross court passes it for Hulbert. Good ball movement by the Cotton Blossoms. Harris will trigger a three out front. It comes off hot. OBU unable to control the rebound. And now an official stoppage of play as UAM has the rebound.
Yeah, I don't think the ball hit the rim, so that's a good call.
The officials are getting together in front of the OBU bench to visit about it.
It was very wide right.
Yeah.
I think it hit the padding at the bottom, did not touch iron, so it should be down to 12 or lower.
Arkansas-Monticello averages better than 7 made threes per ball game, and they're going to go to the monitor and take a timeout. 8:38 to play, first period. OBU leads early, 2-0 over Monticello on the Bison Network and Classic Hits, KGFF. Okay.
Bison fans with 2 Shawnee locations have been family owned and operated since 1990. Subway is concerned in fresh ingredients, freshly prepared right in front of you for over 30 years. Whether it's the post-game meal or catering to watch the game, let Subway be a part of your game day. Come and visit us at either location, 2029 North Harrison or 4409 North Kickapoo today. Subway, eat fresh. Billy Boy Barbecue has been in business for 40 plus years. We look forward to seeing you out the report after the game. They're just a minute east of OU on MacArthur. Neighbors, the Scott family, look forward to seeing you there.
At Boomerang, we are proud to say that word of mouth have filled our restaurants for over 15 years. The appeal to Boomerang covers all ages. Come and visit our Shawnee locations. You'll see why we have been voted the best burger, best breakfast, and best waitress. Also a proud supporter of OBU Athletics is Pine Cliff Printers. They're proud of their partnership on Bison Hill. For your print needs, visit Pine Cliff Printers, 1815 North Harrison Street, right here in Shawnee. They're still looking at the monitor, Scott, and again, I think this has to do with the shot clock, because they had started to reset it on a shot that did not initially hit the rim.
Well, it missed to the right side of the goal, so the C official over on that side should have been able to see it, because we're on the left side of the rim. We're not 100% sure, but to me it looked like it hit the bottom of the padding to the right of the rim of the backboard.
Fans, make sure you stay up to date on the latest at OBU Sports by following us on Facebook at OBU Bison and on Twitter and Instagram at OBU_athletics. Spring sports season just around the corner next weekend. Softball will open up against Delta State. Baseball will open up on Friday in Edmond at the First Pitch Classic. They will take on Emporia State. They'll take on Emporia, Pitt State, and Central Oklahoma in their opening weekend of action. Bison were picked 3rd in the Great American Conference baseball poll, 4th in softball. Bison were picked 3rd in baseball, despite finishing 6th a year ago. We have an old Bison baseballer with us, one of the most prolific triples hitters in program history, Mr. Scott Wanish.
Yeah, you got to have power and speed to get triples, right, Todd?
You do.
Thank you.
And a little bit of luck.
Oh, yeah. You always have to throw that part in, don't you?
2-0 Oklahoma Baptist. They're still reviewing the monitor. Jaden Getman has the 2 free throws of the first foul of the contest from Soraya Kinsmill, and that's the difference right now. And this game has just been ground to a halt as they continue to take an extended period of time to look at the monitor.
Well, the good thing is we're big momentum guys, and there's no momentum established yet. So even with the Bison up 2-zip, maybe they get a good stop here and go up 4-zip.
Coming out to the game or into the remaining home games here at the Noble Complex, visit the concession stand in the lobby area. It's now locally owned and operated by JD's Eats. From all beef hot dogs to delicious frito chili pies, JD's Eats has you covered. I heard him say we're good now. Right now they have 12 seconds on the shot clock. And they're going to wind it down. I think they're going to reset it. This is taking entirely too long.
Yeah, it is, but like you said, they just at the start of the game, no momentum established, so it would be the best time to do it, but it should be a simple call for the official that's on the right side of the rim over there, the C official, where she's at. Well, somehow there's 46 seconds up there. I know
it's 4.6 seconds.
Okay, 4.6. So it didn't hit the rim.
No. The official's gone down to visit with David Midlick. Arkansas-Monticello will throw it across from us in the front court with 4.6 seconds to play. Now he goes and says something to a seated Bo Overton on the Oklahoma Baptist bench. Joy Montgomery, 13 at Southern Nazarene, inbounds the basketball to Hulbert out front. 2 seconds to trigger. The shot rolls around and falls off from Hulbert in the paint, and it's off of Oklahoma Baptist out of bounds. She got it off with less than a tenth of a second. It rolled around very slowly and then fell off. UAM gets the inbounds pass, cut into the basket, Montgomery, and she lays it in. First basket of the ball game comes more than 90 seconds in for either side, and it ties the game at 2.
There was nobody there to stop the dribbler. She wouldn't have had time to get that shot off in the lane. That's really bad for the Bison.
Getman to large left front court. UAM in a man-to-man defense. It's a hard man-to-man defense, unlike what Southern Arkansas played here on Thursday night. Getman goes left to right, turns and scores off the window. That's what Jaden Getman is so good at. Her first basket gives her 4, and it's 4-2 OBU.
And she read the defense. There's help side in the middle. She was going to go there first, then went back to the right side.
Lindsey Long lobs it to Montgomery, kicks it right corner. Holbert on the baseline is Kinsmill. She lobs it across the floor for Harris. Sliding on the baseline is Montgomery. Fall-away jumper, the paint, no good over Getman. Jill Leslie with the first carom for her. Chambers up ahead to Getman to the goal for the lay-in. Jaden Getman off to a 6-point start. She leads UAM by 4.
Perfect pass by Chambers. Led her like a quarterback, and that's what you said earlier in the pregame, Todd. Some of the bigs getting up the floor. Getman beats everybody down.
7:17 to play opening period. UAM trails 6-2 here in Shawnee. Out high with the basketball is, I think that's Bailey Harris. Now they kick it right side to Hulbert. Her 3 is good for the right corner. Some of them have long locks, so it's hard to see here early the back of their jerseys.
Yeah, I thought Leslie, with her 6'3" frame, would have got up. She's just a little late. Didn't get to jump on that to challenge that three-pointer.
Arkansas-Monticello now 2 of 6 shooting. Their first 3 of the day. Pulls them within one. Southern with it, left wing side out high. It's large for 3, and she got it. Scott, that's the first time since prior to Thursday night we've seen her with that much confidence on a quick shot.
That's right, and that's probably going to get Kennedy Large going. She did really good around that semicircle, off the board on both sides, and then she can shoot the 3 as well.
9th 3 made this year by Kennedy Large. They swing it left wing side. Hard dribble by Harris into the paint, and her jumper is good. Bailey Harris with her first basket. It's 9-7 and a timeout on the floor. 6:20 to play here in the first period. 9-7 Oklahoma Baptist will keep it right here as it's a 30-second timeout.
Bailey Harris, good speed. You saw her put that ball on the floor, splitting the zone just on top of the low post and the guard dragging down just outside the left block pull-up jumper.
Bison come into the middle of the pack in field goal percentage offense. They're one of the stingiest field goal percentage defenses. UAM off to a 3 for 7 shooting start. The Bison are 3 of 3.
I tell you, the Bison can get some of those gimmies or bunnies, whatever you want to call them, layups that Getman had on that fast break, because Monticello is not speed. Now, Harris is the speed for that team, but there's some slower posts in there that can be beaten down the floor.
Aaron Hawkins, a 5'11 senior from Henderson, Nevada, outside Las Vegas, checks in, averaging almost 4 a game and pulling down nearly 3 rebounds in a reserve role for the Cotton Blossoms. 9-7 our score. Southern pounds the dribble right, now veers to the wing. In the corner with it is Kennedy Large. Down low to Getman. She overshoots the basket, falls a road shot. The follow shot was blocked that time by Joy Montgomery. Arkansas-Monticello with a rebound. Into the front court with the basketball are the Cotton Blossoms. Now to Harris, right corner 3. That one hits the side of the rim, the top corner of the backboard. Cotton Blossoms with a rebound. They reset with Montgomery, who kicks it out to Harris. Harris veers to the baseline, bounces back out front to Montgomery. Into the paint with it is Balcells, who's out there for the first time. Now to Harris, elbow right is Long. Good bounce pass in traffic, but a better defensive play by Jaden Getman. 9-7 OBU with the lead of the basketball. Up ahead, it's Leslie, and it's knocked away from her on a hustling play out of bounds by Lindsey Long.
Tell you, Lindsey Long saved a layup right there because Leslie outran everybody, just like I was talking about earlier. You can beat some of those post players down, especially if they crash the boards on the offensive end.
Getman has been red hot, comes out of the ball game. Sydney Duncan is in. Also in for the first time, Malou Savannah, who's coming off an effort in which she matched a career high of 12 against Southern Arkansas here on Thursday night. Chambers to inbound, Malou right quarter. Southern with it on the wing, takes one dribble, holds high. Looking and feeding for Duncan, who slides into the paint, cross courts it. Leslie's three on the way, rolls off. Rebound to Arkansas-Monticello. Lindsey Long brings it up the floor, lobs it up ahead for Harris, and it was offline. It's tipped out of bounds by the Bison.
Good job by Melissa Southern reading that lob pass, going back with the right hand to knock it out of bounds.
9-7 Oklahoma Baptist, 5:11 to go here in the first period. Todd Miller, Scott Wattish with you as Layla Basells, the native from Spain, works out front. Down to Montgomery, they swing it around the perimeter. Left quarter is Bailey Harris. Out there with her is Duncan. Wing left is Shea Goodwin, who's out for the first time. Now it's Joy Montgomery. They'll kick it out left side, Goodwin. Shea dumps it down low with a block. Going to the rim hard was Hawkins. The shot was missed, hit the bottom of the backboard, but she gets her own miss and lays it in. The correction, that's Balsells with the basket.
Yeah, Leslie blocked that first shot from behind.
Jill Leslie with her 28th block of the season. Duncan veers right, hands it off to Savannah. Bounces it backdoor for Chambers, who lays it in. How about that half-court set?
Well, that was a great pass. Savannah had to trust the receiver there. She threw it to a spot inside the left block, and Chambers went and got it. There was no window there at all. Nice play.
Balsells with it, left circle. Lobs it across the floor, wing right for Goodwin. Goodwin back out front to Balsells. She attacks right circle, lobs it right corner for Montgomery. Joy will trigger a three. It's on line but short. Off the floor, Melissa Southern has the rebound to Chambers. Chambers veers into the front court from right to left, turns the corner of the block, lays it up. It rolls off, but she's fouled.
Nice job by Chambers just picking her way up through the lanes. Once again, Jill Leslie beat everybody down the floor. Chambers was going to throw it. Then she said, well, it's going to be a limited window, so she took it herself.
Leslie is out. Faith Wright is in. The foul against Layla Balsells is her first, team second. OBU yet to be whistled for a foul as Maddie Chambers, who's 76% for her senior season, will go to the line for two, and she splashes down the first. Early scoring, very balanced. Getman with 6, Large with 3, Chambers with 3 with that, and she can add to it with the second free throw. That one is up, and it's good. Not as clean, but still good, and it's 13-9. So after UAM had scored 5 in a row, OBU's answered with a 4-0 run of the road. 13-9 Bison with under 4 to play here in the first period. Goodwin with it out front. Now it's Harris. Bounces it right quarter. They'll put up another 3 from long. It rolls off. Chambers down for the rebound. They love that right quarter 3 ball.
Well, it's been uncovered. OBU's going to have to get some coverage out there. At least a big hand and challenge there.
Cotton Blossoms 1 of 5 shooting from 3-point range to start the game. 4 of 12 for the contest. Duncan down low. Gets it to Copeland. Now to Savannah to right. Now to Duncan, right side to Chambers, slides left, 7 to shoot. Maddie tried to spin, lost the handle, 4 to shoot. Bounces it in traffic, it's knocked away and dug out by Arkansas-Monticello. OBU will turn it over for the first time, and then the pass for Harris is tipped away out of bounds.
Good job by Malou Savannah getting in that passing lane, breaking up the transition for UAM.
The game plan just as it was 48 hours earlier, Scott, and that's to get back in transition defense, and they did there.
Yeah, and the Bison here, kind of a 3-2. I know overall it's a 2-3, but they're creeping up on the perimeter.
Balsells and a bounce pass, gets it to Harris underneath the foul line, back rims it, and it rolls off no good, and the rebound is out of bounds. It's last touched by Aaron Hawkins.
Well, you got Sierra Copeland in for Jill Leslie. Jill Leslie's been outrunning the defense. Let's see on some of those breaks if Copeland can outrun some of these posts for an easy bucket.
UAM's going to use full court pressure. They lob it in the backcourt. Duncan to Chambers, who's doubled. Bounces it across the floor for Faith Wright. Right into the offensive end from left to right. Faith with the dribble. Her former high school team, Dale, won their 20th straight girls game last night, obliterating OCA on the road. Right side is Chambers. That's Sydney Duncan's former high school team. And the bullet pass hit Savannah. It goes out of bounds.
Well, it was right in the chest. Savannah, I guess the defender kind of got in the way and it messed up her timing on the catch. But even though it's a bullet pass, a pass that's 20-some feet, you got to catch.
13-9, Oklahoma Baptist. Less than 2.5 remaining here in the first period. Azaria Holbert out front to Joy Montgomery. They'll work the perimeter. Good one. Pass down low through the hands and picked up by Arkansas-Monticello. They're getting a lot of 50-50 balls here early. Alexis Grice. And problems again with the shot clock. They'll put it back to 27. .2:14 to play here in the first period.
Well, you're right, Todd. Those 50-50 ball, that's going to be keep Arkansas-Monticello. It's tough for Arkansas in the game. With a Saturday game on the road here, you're going to give them confidence, letting them scrap here.
They'll bounce it down low for Taylor East. She muscles up, shot off the window, spins out. Duncan with a rebound. Scoring drought continues for Arkansas-Monticello. It's nearly 3 minutes in duration. 13-9 our score. Malou Savannah to Faith Wright. Left side to Maddie Chambers. Underneath the Duncan. Good feed. Sydney scores.
Boy, perfect pass. Dropped in the bucket by Maddie Chambers just below the left block. Duncan goes and gets it, puts it off the glass.
6 straight by OBU in more than 3 minutes. Wing left with it is Long. Right of a screen. Bounces it across the floor. On the right baseline is Holbert. Back of the wing for Goodwin. She'll dump it down low to Long. It pivots. Right corner, Holbert's 3 at the side of the backboard. Another rebound. Long has it. They lob it down low to the baseline for Joy Montgomery. Wing left, Goodwin. Her 3 is an air ball. Fighting for the rebound. Holbert goes up, overshot the entire basketball's free. Long has it, puts it up and in.
I think Savannah blocked that three-pointer, but the white shirts are going to have to play tougher because the black shirts are out toughness on the white shirts right now.
7 offensive rebounds, Scott, already for UAM here with the first period. They average out-rebounded their opponents by a net of 67 per ball game on the offensive glass. Right with it, left wing holds, now moves right of a Copeland screen. Faye turns the corner and gets to the rim.
Wow. It's against Taylor East, who's 6'2". You know, I think that is a good call on the block. But that's a bailout as that shot clock's going down. Faith Wright giving up over a foot of height, and she gets the call, 2 shots.
Faith Wright, a 5'6" freshman from Dale, was a member of their state semifinal team in Class 2A basketball last year. Has yet to attempt a free throw in her collegiate career. This is her 11th appearance. She also has not scored a point yet. First foul shot is up, and that one rolls out. First miss and 5 free throw attempts this afternoon for Oklahoma Baptist.
And you're right, Todd. Some of those are 50-50 balls, and Monticello's coming up with every one of them. That cannot continue on the home floor of the Bison.
Faith Wright makes history. Her first collegiate point with a free throw. It's 16-11 Oklahoma Baptist. A Lindsey Long between the rings. Layla Balcells. Balcells on a return pass. Jump stop, center the circle. Bounces into the paint for Hawkins. Hawkins right quarter for Long. Back out front, Balcells. Now to a Lindsey right side. She works to the free throw line, flips it left side for Nia Banks, and a near steal by Melissa Southern. She tipped the bounce pass away from Harris out of bounds.
I think she had it, but the official kind of put the block on her where she couldn't go get it.
She's been in my way all day, too. 6:11 to play, first period, 22 seconds to go, first period. Balcells drives in, Copeland knocks it away, and then Copeland just throws it down the floor, and Harris has it. Wing right to Long. She'll put up a 3. That may have been blocked again by Savannah. And the rebound to Duncan, to Southern. 5 seconds to play in the period. Moe jump passes left wing. Faith Wright's 3 is on the way. That was tipped. Copeland saves it in bounds. Does so to Arkansas-Monticello, and we played 10 minutes. 16-11 Oklahoma Baptist at the Noble over the Cotton Blossoms. Period number 2 coming up next on the Bison Sports Network and Classic Hits KGFF. Okay.
At Boomerang, we are proud to say that word of mouth has filled our restaurants for over 15 years. The appeal to Boomerang covers all ages. Come and visit our Shawnee locations and you will see why we have been voted Best Burger, Best Breakfast, and Best Waitress.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
Nice at 5 of 9, 10 minutes into the ball game, 56%. 1 of 3 from 3. Arkansas-Monticello 5 of 19, 1 of 7 from 3. Rebounds dead even at 9, but it's 7-2 on the offensive glass in favor of the Cotton Blossoms. And they have a 6-0 lead, Scott, in second chance points.
Yeah, that's 7-2 on the offensive glass has got to be flip-flopped, especially with OBU's height. They've got multiple players, 4 of their bigs over 6 foot. Cotton Blossom's really only one 6'2" player out there.
Possession to OBU to start the second period. Southern bounces for Chambers, bounces it for Getman, and she draws the foul. Well, they have no answer despite their height down there with the baseline against Jaden Getman as the first foul of the second period called against Hawkins.
Well, Aaron Hawkins, if she had her hands straight up, there would have been no foul, but she had her arms straight over the head of Getman. That's the easy 2 free throws, easy call for the official.
Jaden had the first 6 today for the Bison. She's 3 of 3 down at the foul line as she hits the first. A week ago today, at this time, she was starting to put together a career-best 23 points at Northwestern.
You know, Coach Overton said in the pregame, I want to get Getman going. 3 times he's got her the ball right down inside the semicircle.
Jaden hits both. It's 18-11 OBU. Bison are on a 9-2 run since the game was tied at 9. Good pass down low, going back door. Hawkins misses the layup. Leslie has the rebound. OBU on a 9-2 run over the last 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Southern gets a bounce pass between the circles. Mo to Getman, right slot. Getman gets a screen. Southern pops out, top of the key, 9 to shoot. Mo angles left, spins back right. Top of the key to Chambers, one dribble, pulls up for the foul line. The shot was blocked by Ball Sells, and it's out of bounds. Last touch for the Bison.
Well, I thought Hawkins touched that ball. That was an air ball short of the net, and Hawkins wasn't expecting it. I thought it hit right off the side of her arm.
UAM has gone scoreless now for the last 2:03. In fact, they've gone scoreless for almost half of this first half. Balcells with it in the front court, lobs it for Long. The pass was high. Lindsay handles it against the 2-3 zone. Back out front, it's Balcells. Right corner for Long. She'll put up another 3. That one is no good. Rebound tipped. Kennedy Large has it. It's now 1 for 8 UAM from 3-point range.
And that's twice Kennedy Large has come from up top to come and pull down a rebound.
Leslie gathers, goes up, hit the bottom of the backboard. The rebound out of bounds. Last touch for the Cotton Blossoms.
Looked like Bailey Harris might have got a piece of Leslie there, but nonetheless, Jill just got to go up a little bit stronger to get that call.
Joy Montgomery is going to come into the ball game for Arkansas-Monticello. Bison lead it by 7, looking for their 3rd straight win of the series. Their longest win streak has been 4. Southern handles off the inbounds pass to Chambers out front, moves left over Leslie's screen. They roller, it's defended well. Mo with it right wing side, 5 to shoot, penetrates, pulls up, shot rattles out, no good from 12 feet. Rebound to Balcells. Layla into the front court, skips and then bounces it down low and threw it right to Jill Leslie. Turnover number 3 for Arkansas-Monticello. OBU's turned it over 5 times.
Balcells should have went over the top because Kinsmill was wide open behind Leslie. Leslie stole the short pass.
Southern's 3 rolls off, no good. Rebound to Soraya Kinsmill. Haven't seen a lot of her since the early goings of this one. Bison lead by 7. The scoring drought now is 3.5 minutes for Arkansas-Monticello, and it continues as Kinsmill overshoots the right rim.
Yeah, Monticello having a hard time hitting it between the square. They're getting good position.
And a whistle down low and a foul called against the Cotton Blossoms. And I think they're lucky they are at Kinsmill. That's her second. UAM is 1 for their last 12 and 1 for their last 7 from 3-point range. Well, triggered in bounds with Kennedy Large to Southern. Now to Leslie between the circles, holds it high. Hands it to Chambers. Maddie drives left hard, goes back door, misses the layup. Rebound is fumbled out of bounds and then saved back out by Taylor East.
Boy, the Cotton Blossoms giving OBU lots of gifts with some of these bad turnovers and bad shots. So Let's see if the Bison take advantage on this offensive set.
They've turned it over 2 of the last 3 times they've had possession, now 4 in the ball game. Good move with the low post by Jaden Getman, but east length bothered her and she came up short. Cotton Blossoms with a rebound. Ball sells, right side. Down low it goes. Good drop step by Harris, who misses the layup, but Leslie fouled her. Jill with her first personal foul, and Bo Overton is saying, what is the difference between the contact at that end, pointing to his basket, and at this end to UAM's hoop?
And the official told Coach Overton, because her hands weren't straight up, and it was straight up on the other end. I agree with that, and so did Coach Overton. Said, okay, Jill, don't do that.
Foul shot by Bailey Harris is too strong. She's a 72% free throw shooter. UAM is a 69% team for the line for the season. Harris's average is 15 a game. She is just 1 of 5 shooting here in the first 2 periods. Bailey's second free throw is up and good. First point today for the Cotton Blossoms for the strike. Lead is down to 6 again. That ends a scoring run of over 3 minutes for Arkansas-Monticello. Now OBU working on a drought of over 240. Kennedy Large between the circles. Madison Chambers to Southern. Southern one dribble. Leslie pops out high to Getman down low. She's pushed and lays it in. It'll be an and one for Jaden Getman. That's the way you do it around the rim. Be extremely strong.
And nice pass by Jill Leslie. She's at the top of the key with the ball above her head. Throws it kind of left-handed in between 2 Cotton Blossoms. Nice catch by Getman. And as you mentioned, very strong by Getman with the left hand.
Shea Godwin commits the foul. She's out of Arkansas Power Greenwood High School as Getman hits the free throw. She already has 11 points. Scott, could it be that she eclipses in back-to-back Saturdays career highs?
There's a lot of basketball to go. Still 6:54 to go before half. 21-12 Bison.
She's playing extremely well. Kayla Highfield comes in and the ball is turned over. Montgomery lost it. Highfield scoops it up, goes to the rim, and a blocking foul against the Cotton Blossoms. That's on Hulbert. That's going to be her first personal.
Boy, another gift. I tell you, the Cotton Blossoms are getting those 50-50 balls. I think that was a great point you made earlier in the broadcast. And without these turnovers, it'd be a much tighter game.
OBU on another run, 6-1. UAM's got over 4 minutes here without a field goal in the second period. And there's a foul against Montgomery off the inbounds pass. And they're starting to mount. That's the 5th against UAM, so it'll be a double bonus now for Oklahoma Baptist and Jaden Getman.
Yeah, Montgomery just pushed a little too hard through Getman's back. Getman doing a good job holding still, and Kayla Highfield did a good job. After that turnover dribbling down, she got double teamed and got hit real hard in the back.
Already OBU is 8 of 9, make it 9 of 10 for the free throw line as Jaden hits the first.
And how about the defense holding Monticello down to 12? I know there's a lot of unforced turnovers by the Cotton Blossoms.
Second free throw rolls off, so she made 6 in a row. Her point total holds at 12. It's a 10-point Oklahoma Baptist lead, 22-12. Left side, Harris with the ball. Out front for Azaria Hulbert. Hulbert lobs it to Harris, left corner. Down low on the block is Hawkins, and a push from behind against Leslie, or so they say. Not much contact. Jill has her second.
There wasn't any contact. That was all on the own volition of Alexis Grice that came out to catch the pass. If anything, Grice landed on the foot of Leslie. I don't know where that call came from.
Jill Leslie has both of the team fouls for OBU in this ball game, and we're under 6.5 to play before intermission. Wing left, Bailey Harris. Good defense by Maddie Chambers. Harris with the count on, bounces into the baseline for Aaron Hawkins. Back to the top of the circle. Alexis Grice draws a double, looks for a cutter Montgomery, and she's fouled.
Yeah, right between Kennedy Large and Getman, you cannot let the pass be caught inside that restricted area. That's why Harris is going to the free throw. Not Harris, but the Cotton Blossoms.
First foul against Getman, the third against OBU, all in this second period. And it will be Joy Montgomery at the line where she's 69%. Bo Overton pulling the youngster Kayla Highfield over for some instructions. Montgomery hits the first. That shaves the deficit down to 9. UAM has just gone ice cold, Arctic cold from the floor. They're 22%. Montgomery hits the second. Their last 3 points have been from the line. Chambers bounces it for Getman in the backcourt. Getman now pushes into the offensive end. Jaden pulls up in the paint, is smothered. Now it's Chambers head of the circle. Lobs it to Leslie. Takes a dribble, elbow left, Getman. In the corner with it is Large. She airballs the three. Hawkins boxes out for the rebound. Here comes UAM with under 6 to play in the first half, down 22-14. Wing left, Bailey Harris. Dribbles up to the wing. Top of the key is Grice. Right circle for Montgomery. Montgomery into the paint for Grice. They kick it out right side. The three rattles home by Holbert. She has both of the made threes for Arkansas-Monticello. They're 2 of 8 now from beyond the arc, and for Holbert, that's her 12th three.
And now you're in a dogfight again. The Bison had a chance to put their boot on the throat and keep on going, but they're having trouble scoring.
Chambers to Getman, drives, whips it left. Highfield turns to the three. Out high is Large. Her pass deflected. Leslie gets it back, throws up a runner. It's short. Rebound tip, and Bailey Harris has it for UAM. On the glass, they lead 16-14 in rebounds. Highfield forces a turnover, dive into the floor. Kayla then
Fouled. She's fouled.
Was fouled. Couldn't tell if she was trying to get a timeout called or whether or not it was a foul. Now, 2 of the officials are going to get together and discuss it. The foul is going to be called against Hawkins. That's her second. And Kayla will go to the free throw line, a chance to reward herself for that great defensive effort.
Did you see that steal by Highfield? I mean, that was a bullet pass, and she timed it perfectly. Just that quick reaction that caught it with both hands, full extension, and then got knocked down on the ground and was fouled.
Here's a mystery. Kayla Highfield with the foul line as she hits the first. Highfield is a great shooter. Shoots 58, almost 59% for the floor. Before that make, she was just under 56% for the free throw line. Well, second one is up, nothing but net. Good job, Kayla.
The more minutes she gets, I think that will increase. When you're cold coming off the bench, it's hard to get any kind of rhythm shooting, even at the free throw line.
OBU only has 14 points from the field. They're 10 of 12 for the free throw line. 4:50 to play first half. Open left three, Grice comes up short. Rebound on the floor, bodies on the floor, and now a foul against Savannah.
Yeah, Savannah pushed her, but I kind of like that physicality.
Scott, you alluded to this the other night. Sometimes it's not a lack of fundamental rebounding on shots like that. You don't expect misses at this level to be that poor.
No, yeah, you're expecting a ball to hit the rim when you block out and rebound, and when it hits no rim and comes back that fast, that's why the Cotton Blossom's getting a couple. But we're not going to bail out our Bison at all. They still need to fight just a little bit more to keep the Cotton Blossoms off the boards.
Timeout, 4:44 to play first half. Bison lead UAM by 7 on the Bison Network and Classic Hits, KTFF.
Stand up and make some noise for Mini Bison basketball. Get on your feet and make some noise.
Thank you. Grice will trigger it in, baseline left for the black, white, and green cladded Cotton Blossoms. They trail by 7 despite a lot of offensive struggles in the half. They'll drive baseline. The runner is an air ball by Grice. OBU finally has the window. We're winding towards 4 minutes to play in the half.
And an air ball's a hard rebound too, but Getman saw it the whole way, went after it hard, squeezed it up top, under her chin where nobody could punch it away.
Highfield hands it off to Jaden Getman. Getman drives to the top of the key. Now to Chambers. To the goal she goes, scoops it up and missed it. You know, if you can get around that first wave of pressure out front, Scott, you can get to the rim, and you either make it or you go to the foul line.
Yeah, that was a soft foul on Alexis Grice, but Chambers does such a good job with those last 2 steps when she elongates those steps and covers that ground. Then the long scoop, I guess the baseline official ruled that she got hit on the forearm.
Grice with her first, team foul number 7 here of the period. OBU in a double bonus. This is a shooting foul, though. Chambers makes the first free throw. She's 3 of 3 at the line, has her 5th point. She has been in double figures in 13 of her last 14 games. had a string of 12 in a row snapped on Monday night here against SNU. Second free throw is good. The lead is 9. It's been as many, I think, as 11 here in the first half, no 10. And that was just a couple of minutes ago. 26-17.
Yeah, the Bison can put them away. A big stop here and a couple points. You'll get that mental, but that's not going to do it.
Long's three over Savannah, good right wing, 26-20. 2 of 9 three-point shooting now for Arkansas-Monticello.
You know, it kind of just reminds me of that Southwestern game. You get the lead and you just kind of play around. You've got to put the hammer down.
Chambers to Getman. She drives left, and it's raked out of her hands by Tori Hamilton, a junior from Crum, Texas. Hamilton with her second block of the year.
Well, that was a nice block. She timed that perfectly. It wasn't great defense. The ball handler went past her, and she just blocked it from behind up top.
3:37 to play opening half. OBU's led much of the way. They lead 26-20. In fact, they've never trailed in this ball game. Savannah, open three left wing, no good. Copeland battling for the rebound, and we get a foul. And it's going to go against Arkansas-Monticello and Joy Montgomery. That's going to be her second. She was pushing Copeland away from the basket.
Wow.
I know, but that's what they said.
Well, I don't know where the foul was there. I thought, if anything, Copeland was leaning on her because Arkansas-Monticello had inside position towards the rim. You could call that foul, but I didn't see it.
Free throw upcoming by Sierra Copeland, who had 7 points, 3 rebounds on Thursday night. She hits the first, averaging almost 3 a game. Now, you look at her numbers, nothing is excessive in terms of points or rebounds, but she's really been filling up the stat sheet.
Oh, Sierra Copeland is just tough as nails, too. I just love the way she bangs inside. And you know, being tough, that got her that call right there.
Tough as a $2 steak on Saturday night in Amarillo, Texas. Bailey Harris way up front, right side. Now it's Long between the circles. Back to Harris. Trying to penetrate this 2-3 zone. Lindsey Long takes a dribble and a reach-in foul, and that's the 5th against OBU. So the Cotton Blossoms should go to the foul line as Chambers has her first.
Well, I don't know about that either. Looked like a travel in between two. Whenever you dribble between two defenders, it's usually an offensive foul or a walk.
Getman is out. Sydney Duncan comes in. This man knows what he speaks of. He actually called a game before he went on the air today.
2 of them. Yeah.
Long's foul shot rattles home. Lindsey Long, 53%. Jeff to threaten any parents tonight. Second free throw's good.
You know, it was very, very good up in Oklahoma City, too. Very, not a peep. Didn't have one negative word from anybody.
Good to hear. 27-22. Grant Gower will be calling you shortly. Duncan will run the baseline. Gets it to Southern and whips it to Chambers. Maddie up ahead to Savannah, and it's picked off by Copeland. Sierra thought it was intended for her, and she probably took a basket away. Chambers to the foul line. Now underneath, pivots, lobs it for Southern out front. Shot clock at 12 for OBU. They're really unsettled with this possession. Southern drives right. Cross courts at Chambers. 5 to shoot. Maddie to the goal. Throws it up. No good. Copeland for the rebound. Back up. Short-armed it. Sierra gets the rebound. It was knocked away from her. Chambers has it right wing. Now to Southern's with 12 to shoot. Mo to Savannah. Back to Southern. She hard dribbles right, pivots near the block, gets it to Chambers. One dribble, throws up a floater, and it rolls home. Hit the side of the rim and then rattled on the cylinders.
The only way Copeland gets that rebound is, I want that ball more than you. She came way out from angle left, full speed, pulled that thing down. Great rebound.
You remember when it was 7-1, UAM on the offensive glass? We're now tied at 8 in offensive rebounds. 2:11 to play here in the first half, 29-22 OBU. Between the circles, Nia Banks. She'll leave it right side. Harris tries to probe, spins back right circle. Savannah is on her. Good defense by Malou. They'll bounce it right baseline. Attacking, the ball stripped out. She gets it back, and now a tie-up is called. Azaria Hulbert was the one that was attacking the rim, and the arrow does favor the Cotton Blossoms.
Another good job by Copeland. Copeland tied that up from behind. Sydney Duncan allowed the Cotton Blossom to get the baseline. She's got to cut that baseline off.
You know, if you just go by numbers, Copeland doesn't look like she's as improved as she is. She is one of the more improved players on a roster that from top to bottom is much better than it was a year ago.
Oh, there's no doubt. And I think if she had a little bit more minutes, then she's going to have higher stats too.
Shot clock violation. UAM forgot because it was a jump ball. There was no exchange of possession. The shot clock did not reset. It'll result in turnover number 5 for Arkansas-Monticello.
I don't know if you heard. I didn't hear Midlick say. Coach Midlick usually will alert the players to it as well.
Bison by 7, and Southern has their pocket picked. Balcells with the steal. Lobs it 2-on-1 to Long, and misses the layup. The follow shot good by Hawkins, and she's fouled.
Well, that's disastrous. That could be 3 that's like a 6-point swing. 3 that OBU didn't score, then conventional 3-point play opportunity here.
Cost Sierra Copeland her first personal foul. Both teams are over the 5-foul limit. Hawkins 74% for the line, going there to try to cap her first points of the afternoon with a 3-pointer. It's up, and she airballed it. Holy smokes.
Yeah, this is a 5-point game, and neither team is playing well at all.
This has been an ugly first half. OBU 30%. Arkansas-Monticello 29% shooting. Duncan brings it into the front court. Southern with it right side. Back to Sydney. She holds. Out there with her is Bailey Harris. Boy, Harris playing some good defense. Right side with it is Chambers. UAM in a man-to-man defense. Chambers gets a screen, rolls left, drop steps, goes up, missed a layup. Copeland's follow shot, though, is good.
She is ruling the paint there. There was 2 or 3 black shirts should have had that ball. Here comes Copeland right up the gut and takes it away.
Scott, that's as big of a basket as the Bison have had here in the first half. Stretches the lead back to 7. Bounce pass to the right post and a foul. That's against Copeland. They got her for hooking.
That was a hook. But, at the same time, Copeland gave up the baseline. It's a 50-50 call.
Aaron Hawkins, who airballed a 3-pointer just a moment ago, will go back for 2 for the Cotton Blossoms. UAM home next week for the Western Oklahoma teams. Thursday night, Northwestern. Saturday afternoon, SWASU. First foul shot from Hawkins rattles home. She had 4 points, 4 rebounds. She fouled out with an assist and a block in 19 minutes in Bethany Thursday night. Second free throw, nothing but down. It's down to 5 again, 31-26. 1 minute to play before halftime. Southern up ahead to Savannah. Cross courts it for Chambers. It's through her hands and out of bounds. Couldn't retrieve it before it went into the UAM bench.
Well, Savannah didn't put any mustard on that across. It would have been uncontested layup if she could lead Chambers with that pass, but threw it behind her.
How about this? Turnovers even at 7, only 5 points combined between the two teams off their mistakes. 3-2 OBU. Shea Godwin, Balcells, top of the circle. Balcells, right side for Godwin. Shot clock down to 10. Got a good one. Balcells, deflected pass to Harris. Copeland deflected it. Chambers has it for OBU.
Give Copeland a steal for that. I think that was double tip. Copeland denied at the end. Here's 20 seconds left.
Chambers with a hard dribble between the circles out front. Madison slides right. We're down to 10 seconds now to play here in the first half. Madison Chambers goes right, trying to spin. Her pockets picked. Hawkins with the steal. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Hawkins spins to the goal, and a foul against. No, they're going to call a travel. I thought they were going to get Copeland because she was not set.
Well, Copeland's giving ground. I kind of like that call. I didn't see the walk, though.
Copeland will inbound. That'll do it on the first half.
I thought it'd be a no call.
We all need to go to the locker room and try to do better in the second half. 31-26 our score. Halftime report coming up from Shawnee next on the Bison Sports Network and Classic Hits KGFF.
Jordan Singer, partner at McIntyre Law. Before I came to McIntyre Law, I worked for an insurance company that defends cases. That experience provides me insight into how insurance companies operate. That knowledge helps me get the most for our clients. For way too long, insurance companies and major corporations have pushed around hard-working Oklahomans. McIntyre Law pushes back. If you need someone that tries cases and doesn't just settle, call McIntyre Law for a meeting at no cost to you. We are McIntyre Law and will fight for you.
Here at SCI Supply, you truly can purchase with purpose. Whether you're a university, a K-12 school, a local nonprofit, a church, or an individual, we have exactly what you're looking for. And 100% of the profit from your purchase stays here to fulfill the mission of providing vocational training, employment opportunities, and residential care to individuals with special need. So remember, how does your purchase make a purpose? By investing in South Central, the official office supply store of OBU Athletics.
Estate planning is a crucial step in protecting your family's future. With an estate plan, you can decide how to distribute your assets. make healthcare decisions, and support ministries after you pass away. It involves some pretty big decisions, but with guidance from Water's Edge, you can plan for your children's future, give to kingdom causes, and get expert help along the way. Build a solid foundation for your family. Start your estate plan today. Visit watersedgeservices.org.
I'm Noble McIntyre, and I'm a trial lawyer. But that was not my original plan. I went to Oklahoma Baptist University, and law school wasn't even on my radar. And then, one day it was. Why? Sometimes those with more power than others abuse that power. Instead of doing the right thing because it's the right thing, they do the wrong thing because it's profitable. An innocent victim is victimized again. They feel helpless and voiceless against the multi-billion-dollar insurance company. I saw it happen. I watched a family member suffer as the system left them feeling helpless and voiceless. I am not helpless, and I do have a voice. And for my clients, when the fight comes, the insurance company pulling strings in the shadows doesn't face a powerless victim, they face me. For way too long, insurance companies and major corporations have pushed around hardworking Oklahomans. McIntyre Law pushes back. If you need someone that tries cases and doesn't just settle, call McIntyre Law for a meeting at no cost to you. We are McIntyre Law, and we will fight for you.
OBU fans, do you want the chance to support OBU student athletes from the convenience of your own mobile device? Text hashtag BAA at OBU to the number 52014 to support BAA student athletes. Donations are fully tax deductible, and every gift makes a difference in the OBU student athlete's life. Again, text hashtag BAA at OBU to the number 52014. For more information, log on to obubison.com. At Boomerang, we are proud to say that word of mouth has filled our restaurants for over 15 years. The appeal to Boomerang covers all ages. Come and visit our Shawnee locations and you will see why we have been voted Best Burger, Best Breakfast, and Best Waitress.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
I'm attorney Jordan Klinger, partner at McIntyre Law. Before I came to McIntyre Law, I worked for an insurance company that defends cases. That experience provides me insight into how insurance companies operate. That knowledge helps me get the most for our clients. For way too long, insurance companies and major corporations have pushed around hardworking Oklahomans. McIntyre Law pushes back. If you need someone that tries cases and doesn't just settle, call McIntyre Law for a meeting at no cost to you. We are McIntyre Law and will fight for you.
Here at SCI Supply, you truly can purchase with purpose. Whether you're a university, a K-12 school, a local nonprofit, a church, or an individual, we have exactly what you're looking for. And 100% of the profit from your purchase stays here to fulfill the mission of providing vocational training, employment opportunities, and residential care to individuals with special need. So remember, how does your purchase make a purpose? By investing in South Central, the official office supply store of OBU Athletics.
Estate planning is a crucial step in protecting your family's future. With an estate plan, you can decide how to distribute your assets, make healthcare decisions, and support ministries after you pass away. It involves some pretty big decisions, but with guidance from Water's Edge, you can plan for your children's future, give to kingdom causes, and get expert help along the way. Build a solid foundation for your family. Start your estate plan today. Visit watersedgeservices.org.
Likely first half, 31-26. Good thing is the Bison enjoy a 5-point lead, and OBU will have the basketball to start the second half. They'll shoot from right to left on your radio dial. Same five to begin the ball game. Chambers, Southern, Savannah, Copeland, and Duncan open the second half for the Bison. Kinsmill along with Long, Hulbert, Harris, Hawkins out for UAM. Chambers with it, elbow right, bounces to Getman, who goes up, missed the layup. Getman had her hand on the rebound, but Bailey Harris has it for Arkansas-Monticello. UAM in the black, white, and green cladded road uniforms attacks offensively for the first time against OBU's zone defense. Right side is a Lindsey Long. Head of the circle, Joy Montgomery. Back to Long with 12 to shoot. Long cross courts it for Joy, and she throws it away. Nice turnover for the Cotton Blossoms. OBU has turned it over 8 times. Chambers, hard drive left. Pivots, goes up and scores, and they're going to wave it off and call a travel. That's the 9th for OBU. And it's 31-26 with 9:23 to play here in the third period. Along with Scott Wanish and Bob Easley, I'm Todd Miller, courtside here on Bison Hill this afternoon. Final game of a week-long 3-game homestand. Bison trying to head out for 6 of their final 9 on the 2-game win streak. Lindsey Long, top of the circle, right side for Azaria Hulbert. They skip it left side. Long thought about a 3. Out there on her is Kennedy Large. Shot clock down to 5. Baseline left with it is Harris. They did a great job on her. They bounce it for Kinsmill. She'll fire. Shot was short at the shot clock buzzer, but they play on, and Montgomery puts the miss up and in. 31-28, the closest that Arkansas-Monticello has been since the first 3 possessions of the afternoon.
Yeah, and these couple possessions here in the latter half are giving them even more confidence to hang around here.
Bo warned us on the pregame show about how quality this team was, and good rotation as Getman gets a lob and finishes off the glass.
Outstanding roll by Getman. She's up by the right elbow, rolling to the basket. Perfect pass to leader, easy basket.
Oklahoma Baptist has never trailed in this ball game. They stretch it back to a 5-point lead, 33-28. Veering left is Long. Top of the key again, Harris. Moves right, bounces it again for Lindsey Long. Long back to Bailey. Harris with just 1 field goal in the first half. Their leading scorer. Long will let fly a long 3 and misses it. Rebound to Southern. Down to Chambers. Maddie with it, 2-on-2. Hard to the goal. Layup is good, and she's fouled. Madison and 1. That gets her to 10 this afternoon.
You know, you got to love the encouragement by Bo Overton. Madison Chambers gets the ball in open floor. It's going to be 1-on-2, so a disadvantage. But Coach Overton knows how astute Chambers is off the dribble. Says, come on, Maddie, push it. She took it delayed off the glass and won.
Foul against Bailey Harris will send Chambers to the free throw line on the backside of the Cotton Blossom timeout. 7:59 to play in the third, 35-28. Bison on the Bison Network and Classic Hits, KGFF. Bison Athletic Association donors are making a direct and tangible impact on the success of over 450 OBU student athletes in the classroom, the community, and their fields and courts of competition. When you give to the BAA, you are truly invested in champions. Learn more and sign up today at obubison.com/BAA. Madison Chambers hit the free throw line in search of her 11th point, a chance to build the lead back to 8 after Arkansas-Monticello had cut it down to 3. UAM actually did have a lead for 14 seconds early. That was on a free throw, 1-0. Free throw is good by Chambers, so it hasn't been a wire-to-wire lead thus far, but pretty much so for Oklahoma Baptist. 36-28. Nia Banks, top of the key, Val Sells. Now to Harris. Harris against Southern. OBU really did a good job in this zone.
Yeah, but it looked like Kinsill's open a couple times. They just passed on her.
Open three, right baseline, no. Rebound to Nia Banks. Another offensive rebound. That's their 10th of the ball game. Harris measures and sticks a jumper underneath the foul line. Bailey Harris with 5, and OBU's lead is down to 36-30.
Yeah, that's just too often. Now, that was another long rebound. OBU's got to recognize any time a three-point shot goes up, it's going to be a longer rebound.
Southern pounds the dribble, comes to a job stop out front. Now it's Getman. Leads all scores for the Bison with 14. Chambers slides left. Her kick-out pass intercepted by Lindsey Long. Long nearly had it taken away from behind by hustling Kennedy Large. She'll slow it down. Into the front court, Banks, left wing side for Layla Balcells. Balcells exchanges passes, works left baseline. Harris drives, leans, shoots, and the shot is an air ball. It's good defense that time by Getman, and Large has the miss.
Yeah, you jump at the ball. Getman altered that shot. Harris is a good shooter. She had to shoot it high or it was going to be blocked.
Getman begging for it down low, gets it, goes up and banks the turnaround jumper in, and there should have been an and one opportunity. 38-30 Bison.
Yeah, I thought Bailey Harris came down on her arm a little bit, but then again, Jaden Getman being really strong, getting hit off balance, falling away off the board.
Long with it, right front court, left of a Harris screen, skips it left side for Nia Banks. Back to Lindsey Long. Shot clock already down to 9. Balcells with it left corner. Works left circle. Cross courts into the wing. That's Harris. 2 dribbles. Pulls up from 11 and got it. Well, she's good off the dribble. 38-32. She scored their last 4.
Looks like Getman's a little winded. That time she didn't jump. The previous time she jumped, forced an air ball by Harris. That time Harris shot over Getman.
Harris has made her last 2 after a 1-for-6 shooting start. Chambers back to Large. She'll drive to the goal and lays it in. Took some contact and absorbed it.
And that's a good no call because the defense was standing there with the hand straight up. And like you're right, absorbing the contact. Kennedy Large being strong off the board.
Something we've talked about all year long, Juan Dog, is play through contact. Don't anticipate contact that may not come. 5.5 to go, third period. Bison lead it by 8. Down the paint goes Balcells. Comes up short of the layup. Rebound follow by Kinsmill is short, but she's going to the line. Bison foul against Jaden Getman. That's going to be her second personal. Team fouls are even at 1 here with 5:26 to play in the third.
Another offensive rebound for the Cotton Blossoms for this second chance opportunity is because Balcells got past. The Bison defense took 2 defenders with her, leaving that offensive rebound wide open. Kinsmill for the 2 free throws.
Jaden comes out. Savannah is in. Malou coming off a career equaling output against Southern Arkansas. Did not score in the first half. And she played a total of 10.5 minutes. Soraya Kinsmill hits the first free throw. She had 3 rebounds, 12 minutes against SNU. These 2 free throws are first points here on the road trip. 40-34, and here comes Aaron Hawkins in the ball game.
I think the Bison just need to pick this intensity up just a little bit because this is a tight game.
It hasn't been as muddled as it was in the first half, at least 5 minutes deep into the second. They really uglied things up in the first 2 periods. Chambers whips it left. Savannah, good looking at 3. Bang! Nothing but net for Malou.
And that's because Chambers, the intensity I needed, went in with the dribble hard, drew the defense to her. Savannah wide open with the left wing 3-pointer.
2 of 7 3-point shooting, 4 of 17 in 2 games here on the Noble Court for Oklahoma Baptist from long distance. Lead built back to 9. It's been as many as 10. Bailey Harris, left corner. Shea Goodwin just checked in. Back to Bailey. Top of the circle to Montgomery. Joy bounces it back to Montgomery. 4 to shoot. Montgomery had it knocked out of her hands. It's still free. And with 2.8 seconds to play, there's a jump ball. And that's a benefit to OBU because UAM will keep it, but they have less than 3 full seconds in which to trigger. And a timeout. 4:39 to play in the third period. Oklahoma Baptist 43, Arkansas-Monticello 34 on the Bison Sports Network and Classic Hits, KGFF. Okay.
At Boomerang, we are proud to say that word of mouth has filled our restaurants for over 15 years. The appeal to Boomerang covers all ages. Come and visit our Shawnee locations and you will see why we have been voted Best Burger, Best Breakfast, and Best Waitress. At Boomerang, we are proud to say that word of mouth has filled our restaurants for over 15 years. The appeal to Boomerang covers all ages. Come and visit our Shawnee locations and you will see why we have been voted Best Burger, Best Breakfast, and Best Waitress. At Boomerang, we are proud to say that word of mouth has filled our restaurants for over 15 years. The appeal to Boomerang covers all ages. Come and visit our Shawnee locations and you will see why we have been voted Best Burger, Best Breakfast, and Best Waitress. At Boomerang,
.534, the lead the biggest today for Oklahoma Baptist. Right side of Lindsey Long. Harris with it right quarter. OBU packing into that 2-3 zone. Long had it knocked away from her again by Kennedy Large. And a foul in the backcourt against the Cotton Blossoms. Holy Toledo, Kennedy Large making plays. 3 consecutive trips down the floor for the OBU defense.
What a great job of anticipating by Large again. It looks like Coach Overton's using a 3-2. Normally it's a 2-3 zone. Try to mess up the offense of these Arkansas schools coming in, and Large is on that left wing and comes and picks that ball out.
Holbert has her second, third team foul against the Blossoms here in the third period. Copeland holds out high. Melissa Southern with it against the zone defense. She drives, jump passes. Large from 6, got it. She has scored 4 straight on the offensive end, had 3 straight steals on the defensive end, and enough is enough, says David Bidlick. Timeout, 3:21 to go, third period. The Bison by 13, 47-34 on the Bison Network in Classic Hits, KGFF. Okay. If ever UAM needed a basket, they get it for their leading scorer, Bailey Harris, a left-wing triple to pull Arkansas-Monticello back to within 10. Southern veers left through the top of the circle, tries to pivot, now to Chambers. She'll turn the corner left, high off the glass and in, and she's fouled. Holy Toledo, Madison Chambers would not be denied, and she gets a bang on her bucket from Joy Montgomery.
Chambers outside the left elbow, ball fake, gets the first defender up in the air, puts it on the floor, left-handed with the right hand, reaches underneath the arm of Joy Montgomery. Montgomery hacks her and one.
OBU in the first half, 37% field goal shooting. They are up to 45.5. They have made 7 of 8 here in this third period. Chambers at the line caps the three-point play. So the lead goes right back to 13, 50-37. First half, Kennedy Large, no points, no steals. 2 steals, 9 points here in over 6 minutes of playing time in the second half. Out high with it is Azaria Albert. Right circle for Tori Hamilton. She hasn't played much today. Now pivots all over her as Chambers. They'll go right side for Long. Lindsay bounces it back high for Hamilton. To Holbert, tries to probe her way in, backs it out, Long 2, front rims, rebound run down by Chambers, and she'll start the break. Cross courts it to Southern, up the right sideline. Now Arkansas-Monticello gets back. Oklahoma Baptist will go into a half-court offense. Sydney Duncan out after the break. To Chambers, to Copeland, underhands it to Madison. Chambers whips it across the floor to Southern, Savannah to Southern, with 1:46 to play here in the third. 50-37, good gals. They get it down low to Copeland again. They collapse on her. She'll bounce it across the floor. Mo, with 2 seconds to shoot, drives it a foul. Oh, boy, if that was not a bailout foul, I don't know what one is. Look at the clock.
Yeah.
0.6 of a second with Aaron Hawkins committed her third.
Yeah, that's Arkansas-Monticello not recognizing. They should have realized they had a great defensive set there where the shot clock was going to go off at any time. There's no reason to foul Savannah there.
Balcells replaces Long on the floor. Coming in for the first time today, Hannah Smith, the 5'11 freshman from Choctaw. And going to the bench will be Madison Chambers with 14 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. Here's Savannah, the best free throw shooter on the team, and she hits the first. Malou is 19 of 20 from the stripe, over 95% this year. Native of Denmark hits the second one. She has 5 here in the period, and OBU has their biggest lead of 15. 52-37, 1:34 to play in the period. Harris with it out front, blanketed by Southern. Left side, Balcells. Layla leaves it for Hamilton. Right circle. Back to Balcells. Tries to dribble. Smith cuts her off. This zone defense is really giving Arkansas-Monticello some problems.
Yeah, and they just double-teamed Harris, the leading scorer. Keep the ball out of Harris's hands is what the Bison need to do with his 15-point lead.
Balcells throws it up, and at the shot clock, it's blocked out of bounds by Copeland. Actually, with 0.3 of a second on the shot clock.
Wow. Copeland getting it at the pinnacle with the right hand, swipes it out of bounds on the baseline.
Second block for Oklahoma Baptist officially today, the first for Sierra Copeland. Balcells comes out, 0.3 of a second on the shot clock. 1:09 remaining here in the third. Inbounding is Aaron Hawkins. Lobs it out front. Harris catches, shoots for 3, it rolls off. Copeland with a rebound. And they're going to say it's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, I think that's good call. But with 0.5 of a second, you can catch it. You got enough time to get that off, but it was improbable when Harris had to set her feet.
I honestly thought she got it off right as the backboard lit up. Doesn't matter. It's a turnover. That's the 14th for UAM.
And that ball was in the neck of the rim.
Yeah,
that was almost a long 3.
That would have hurt a lot more for the Cotton Blossoms had it been called a shot clock and the bucket went in. Southern out front. On the baseline, Hannah Smith. She's in for the 10th time in a rookie collegiate season. Savannah pivots, Copeland out high, back to Malou. 12 to shoot for Oklahoma Baptist. They whip it left side. Southern drives, pulls up from 6, got it. Well, she is so much better, Scott, off of the dribble. And there's an instance right there, another example.
Usually off the ball fake, she gets the defense to move, gets her a little space, and she squares her shoulders up beautifully.
25 seconds to play here in the third period. OBU by 17, but Hawkins cutting down the paint, lays it in.
And that's the only way the Cotton Blossoms get back in. Aaron Hawkins, that was too easy. Cuts right up the middle of the lane, bounce pass, uncontested.
54-39, a lot of time. 14 seconds to go with the period. Duncan down the paint, over through Copeland, and it goes out of bounds. And Sierra probably has a layup.
Yeah, I think Duncan had a layup too. I think that's what Sierra Copeland probably was anticipating, that Duncan had an open lane to the goal and was going to score the layup.
Long time to go, 8.9 seconds to play. Surprised OBU's not using a little bit of full court pressure to make him take some time off before it gets into the front court.
Especially, with 9 seconds left, I agree.
Balcells into the front court, 5 seconds to play. Layla veers right, Hawkins top of the circle, 2 seconds, 1 second. She spins, ducks, leans, shoots, and scores. How about that footwork?
Well, if they took off the 4 seconds bringing it up the court, that would have never gone in.
Exactly right. Instead, the lead of 17 down to 13 as we play into the fourth. 54-41, Oklahoma Baptist over Arkansas-Monticello. Coming up next, the fourth period of the Bison Network and KGFF. Gotcha. Arkansas-Monticello, not a bad shooting period, 46%, 6 of 13. You would expect probably to not trail more than you did at halftime. Instead, the lead blossomed to 17. It's down to 13, and the Cotton Blossoms will have it to start the fourth period. The reason, 8 of 9 field goal shooting for Oklahoma Baptist in that third period.
Bison are 20 of 23 from the free throw line. Madison Chambers has 5 assists along with Southern, but a lot of those assists were counted to free throws for Chambers that doesn't get counted in the stat sheet.
Here we go. Cotton Blossoms have it. Balcells out front, dumps it down low to Hawkins, and it's off of her fingertips out of bounds. Might have been some contact with Getman that went uncalled.
Yeah, I think there was a foul there. The Bison got away with, and once again, Hawkins is cutting right to the center of the lane, almost unscathed. OBU's got to keep her out of there.
Shea Goodwin comes out of the lineup. Southern will bring it into the front court. Layla Balcells will jump on her. Now they switch, defending the basketball. Nia Banks. Getman through the top of the circle. Left wing to Large, who had a huge third period. Chambers through the top of the circle to Southern right wing. Down low on the block is Getman. They collapse on her. She whips it across the floor. Large to Chambers, 5 to shoot. She pump fakes, drives in, fumbled it. Now a tie-up, and it'll stay with Oklahoma Baptist, but with only 3.9 seconds to shoot.
Yeah, once you fumble that enabled the Cotton Blossom to tie her up. I think that was Hawkins down there.
Fans, be sure to visit the Lunchbox Sandwich Shop at 217 East Main in Shawnee. Great sandwiches, salads, soups, and desserts. The Lunchbox, it's not just deli, it's delicious. Chambers to inbound to Leslie, and she throws it in, falling away from about 10 feet right angle.
Nice call by Overton, just lobbing it there in the paint or just outside the paint for Leslie. Nice follow.
Can't do any better than that with less than 4 on the shot clock. 56-41. Minute into the fourth period. Open right corner 3 is good. Knocked the eyes out of it. That's Tori Hamilton with her 9th 3 and her first points of the afternoon.
Yeah, just a little late getting there on defense, but I'd rather have Hamilton shoot it than Harris. But Harris is she's out there guarding Large.
56-44. Southern pressure between the circles by Balcells. Right side it's Chambers. Out high Leslie. She telegraphed the pass for Getman. It's tipped away. Hamilton forced the turnover. Aaron Hawkins has it, and UAM with a basket here could get it to 10 or fewer.
There's 2 black shirts there. That's an ill-advised pass.
Hamilton feeling it, knocks another 3 down for the right corner, and Bo Overton wants a timeout. And we're seeing live for the first time for the visitors from Monticello, Arkansas here in the second half. Timeout, 8:21 to play in the game, 56-47 Oklahoma Baptist on the Bison Sports Network and Classic Hits, KGFF. Okay. Don't forget, Bison fans, to sign up for the inaugural Bison Backers Golf Classic coming up here in Shawnee at Fire Lake Golf and Country Club on March the 25th. You can sign up online, obubison.com, and you can do so by February 1st, which is just around the corner, and receive a discount. All proceeds from the Bison Backers Golf Classic go to support athletic scholarships on Bison Hill.
Yeah, some of the traveling fans got into this game. It's down to 9 after leading by 17 points. Now you're in a dogfight with 8 minutes left again.
Have to keep your foot on the pedal here. 8:15 to play. Southern right of a Leslie screen. Jill pops out. Now it's Large. Down low with the block. It's Getman. Moves left to right and scores! And a foul! Jaden Getman just cannot be stopped in the low post. And Nia Banks will commit her first.
And she's being so much stronger. Like you talked about, don't anticipate a foul. Just play through the physical contact, and that's what she did. She actually shot that through a double team, got hit, and won.
Jaden Getman misses the free throw, so her point total holds at 18. 3 away from a career high set a week ago up at Alba. 58-47. Balcells, elbow left, knocks down a jumper off the dribble. Her fourth. And the lead back down to 9 with an airliner to play. 7:47 from Shawnee.
Yeah, Leslie had a hand up. I thought Leslie might have been able to block that shot by Balcells.
Getman between the circles. Out high, Southern. Down low, it's Leslie. Turnaround jumper, skips off. Hankins with a rebound. Jill has struggled today. She's 1 of 4 shooting. Had several just like that. Skip across the rim. Balcells right to left. On the wing with it is Harris. Back to Layla. Shot clock at 17 for the Cotton Blossoms. Balcells, left wing, Banks. Banks bounces it to Harris, guarded by Chambers. 9 seconds to shoot for the Cotton Blossoms. They get a screen. Harris, 3 pinballs, hit it out, almost came back in off the window. Leslie with a rebound. For Jill Leslie this afternoon, that's her 3rd retrieval. Leslie into the front court, left side Chambers, down low to Getman. They collapse on her. Out high with it is Large, right side to Southern to Jaden. High-low action as she dumps over the right block to Leslie, and she traveled.
That was good ball movement. You know, Leslie, I thought maybe she'd pull that down with a fake and to take the post one-on-one there.
OBU has made 10 of their last 11 field goals. And yet they have not been able to put away Arkansas-Monticello this afternoon. The 17-point lead is down to 9 as Bo Overton will reinsert Sydney Duncan in the lineup and take Leslie out.
And very fortunate that Harris didn't make that last jumper. That ball was down and wiggled out.
Yeah, it would have been really seat squirming time at the Noble. Harris, left side, Balcells into the paint, back to Bailey. Good look at a 3. That one is an air ball from straight on. Rebound saved in bounds by Montgomery because everybody was standing around in white.
Yep, good job by Chambers to challenge Harris, forcing that air ball, but like you said, nobody grabbing that ball.
Montgomery drives baseline, trying to kick it out. It's deflected by Chambers and then picked up by Duncan as the shot clock expired. They play on. Southern with it in the front court with 6:15 to play. OBU trying to win game number 13 and go to 9-4 in the conference. They would be no worse than 3rd place as they are today, regardless of what happens with Arkansas Tech up in Alva. Getman, left side to Chambers. Chambers penetrates to the foul line at Jaden left circle. 4 to shoot. Getman spins, loses it. 2 seconds, 1 second. Fires at front rims, hit the back rim, rolls off. Follow shot is good though by guess who?
Kennedy Large.
Missed second half, Kennedy Large.
Split 2 defenders for the offensive rebound. Put back. Excellent play.
9th offensive rebound of the ball game. That might have been the biggest for Oklahoma Baptist. Right side, Hamilton's 3 is short. Duncan has the rebound taken away by Large. Kennedy, boy, she has been big since halftime.
Great
OBU
block.
by 11.
Great block out Todd on Aaron Hawkins by Large to get that rebound.
Kennedy with the basketball, holds left side. She has 11 points in the second half, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 assist. That is some type of afternoon. Duncan goes left into the paint for the block, and Chambers is called for a travel.
Well, I don't know about that. She catches the ball. She gets two feet after that. When she caught it in the air, it wasn't off a dead stop.
15th turnover for Oklahoma Baptist today. Almost half of those belong to Madison, who has 6. Back in for the Cotton Blossoms, a Lindsey Long. OBU has Getman and Large. Chambers, Southern, Duncan for the 5 out there are starters. UAM with Kinsmill, Long, Hulbert, Harris, Banks. Hard dribble between the circles. Left side, Nia Banks. In the corner, the three by Harris is good. 13 for Harris on a day in which she has not shot well. 5 of 12, but 2 of 4 from 3, 60-52.
Getman got there, but just not enough. I thought maybe she had a chance to block that shot.
This one likely going the distance despite a 17-point second half OBU lead. Getman open for 3 out front, airballed it. She knew it. Saved in bounds by Large to Chambers. One dribble to the rim. Layup is good. Holy Toledo, she did it again. Kennedy Large with a huge rebound.
Boy, and the tip and then the aggressive Chambers coming after the ball. Tip to her teammate Chambers on the floor, hard to the glass on the left side.
62-52 with 4:11 to play in the ball game. Bison trying to hold off Arkansas-Monticello. Head on the road for 6 of the last 9 with a record of 8-4 in conference play. Another 3 put up right corner, this time by Long is short. Chambers the rebound. Speeds back. Arkansas-Monticello will cover up, and OBU go to work and take some time off the clock with under 4 minutes to play. Madison Chambers to Kennedy Large between the rings. Chambers to Duncan, and a good block from behind by Long. OBU will inbound with 13, and Bo is saying exactly what we've said all season long, go up.
Yep, go up strong. If you go too slow, you let that defense come from behind and block the shot, because that was another pinpoint pass by Chambers leading Duncan right to the glass, and she just waited a little too long.
Harris is out. Montgomery is in for the stretch run. Harris will go get her tank refueled. Southern holds it right side, 62-52 Bison. Chambers again goes to the rim, and this time she's fouled. I don't know how many times she has either gotten fouled, made it, or missed at the rim today. And most of the time it's been a result of a foul. This time it's Kinsmill who has her third.
And, you know, I think it's for the taking for Chambers all season long, because Division II basketball is predominantly man-to-man defense, and there's really nobody that can match up with Chambers off the dribble man-to-man. You've seen one of the better defensive teams, Southern Nazarene, Monday night, and Emily Monahan was against Chambers, and she was getting to the paint all day long.
Chambers had made 6 straight of the foul line, misses Long in the first. She had 16 points, has totaled 30 pending the second free throw against SAU and Arkansas-Monticello in back-to-back home games. Second free throw is up and good. She started the week off with 11 points, 7 assists in the loss to Southern Nazarene here on Monday night. 63-52, the lead builds back to 11. Trip threes to play in the second half. Azaria Holbert, right elbow east. Taylor whips it left wing. Off the dribble, point up in the paint. Banks misses too strong. Copeland lost the handle. The ball put back in by Banks, and she's fouled.
You know, we've been bragging on Kennedy Large, outstanding game here, but there was 3-on-1 against Copeland. Copeland had one hand on it. Large went up on the fast break. If she came back to help her, I think Large could have had that rebound.
Sierra Copeland called for her third, the first foul against Oklahoma Baptist here in the fourth period with 3:20 to go. Only 2 fouls up there for the Cotton Blossoms. So an and one for Joy Montgomery, and that one is good. Now, I say that was Banks that made the basket. It was actually Montgomery. So it was 10 and not 20. Montgomery now has 9 to the ball game. She is their other double-figure scorer at 11 points a ball game. Had 13, their only double-figure score against Southern Nazarene. Getman open for 3, rattles it off into the circle. Copeland back tips the rebound, but Taylor East has it.
Yeah,
into the front court, it's Holbert.
That's all Copeland could do. If she grabbed it, she'd have went through the back. So she kept it alive, hoping one of her guards came down to get it.
63-55 OBU, 2:47 to play. So cross court to Holbert left side. Works up to the wing and an angle dribble down to Joy Montgomery. Balcells bounces to East. Her turnaround jumper rolls off. Rebound underneath to Arkansas-Monticello. The stick back, too strong. Rebound finally to Jaden Getman. They had 2 cracks at the rim. Scott and OBU dodged 2 bullets.
Boy, you're talking about dodging, no doubt about it. No backside rebounding, and it looked like it was Large's responsibility on that backside, the first one.
Chambers and Getman exchange passes out front. They've combined for 35 of OU's 63 points, and Bo Overton wants a 30-second timeout. We'll remind you that ShopOBUBison.com is your home for the very best in official licensed Bison apparel from brands like Adidas, Callaway Golf, Columbia, and Under Armour. Visit ShopOBUBison.com today and take advantage of fast shipping and industry-leading customer service. ShopOBUBison.com, the official online store of OBU Athletics. Well, we didn't get these from the online store, partner, but we're decked out in new attire today.
Well, you sure look good in it.
Bright as your personality with these gold shirts, compliments of Santa Frazier. We're speaking of Zach Frazier. Brought us some new apparel on Thursday
and he's
night.
donning it as well. We're like a team. You just feel like that togetherness when you're a team.
I'm going to rank the three of us by appearances in the gold. Zach's got to be number one. He looks good in it.
Well, God dang,
you're
he's 30-some years younger
two,
than us.
and I'm a way distant fourth.
I think you look fine.
Fourth, and there's nobody in third.
I mean, your head's shining and everything.
It's going to shine more if OBU can finish this one off. Chambers pulls up off the dribble, misses a baseline jumper. 2:11 to play, 63-55, OBU. Holbert, left side, Balcells.
Those are the kind of baskets you got to make to put them away.
Kinsmill finds herself unguarded, missed it, got it back, goes up, overshot the rim. They're playing volleyball the third time. Maybe the charm as Taylor East is fouled.
Well, you said it before, dodging bullets both times. Right here you get a couple free throws, but those were easy layups for Monticello.
Kennedy Large with her second. OBU is in a drought at the most inopportune time, 142 since their last points. We're down to 1:59 to play here in the ball game, and the free throw spins out from Azaria Holbert.
Well, that's a
correction. That's East.
That's a big miss by Taylor East right there, because Monticello is holding the Bison down. They could catch up. Time's running out. Only 1:59 to play.
Second foul shot by East is nothing but net. That's her first point today. She averages 2.9 per game off of the bench. Then out she comes, and back in comes Bailey Harris. They're able to refuel her tank for the final 2 minutes of the ball game. Madison Chambers against full court pressure. Works right side. Getman between the circles. Now to Melissa Southern. Minute 45 to play. Oklahoma Baptist 63, Arkansas-Monticello 56. Southern probes her way top of the circle, now backs it out. Need to start going, 10 seconds to shoot. Southern veers right, hands it off for Kennedy. Large with 6 to shoot. Drives, draws a double team, kicks it out to Mo for 3. That moves into cylinder, spun off. Dive into the floor is Sierra Copeland for the loose basketball. It's dug out. OBU has the basketball. Despite the fact the shot clock went off, there was no exchange of possession before it reset. Getman off the dribble, buries a foul line jumper.
And that's the dagger right there that you need.
65-56, 20 for Jaden Getman tonight. 1:06 to play and a timeout called by David Midlet. We'll take a break. OBU leads it by 9 on the Bison Sports Network and Classic Hits KGFF.
I'm attorney Jordan Klinger, partner at McIntyre Law. Before I came to McIntyre Law, I worked for an insurance company that defends cases. That experience provides me insight into how insurance companies operate. That knowledge helps me get the most for our clients. For way too long, insurance companies and major corporations have pushed around hard-working Oklahomans. McIntyre Law pushes back. If you need someone that tries cases and doesn't just settle, call McIntyre Law for a meeting at no cost to you. We are McIntyre Law and will fight for you.
Game reset. OBU with 2 timeouts left. That was the final for Arkansas-Monticello. The Cotton Blossoms do have favor of the possession arrow. 1:06 to play. Oklahoma Baptist 65, Arkansas-Monticello 56.
Yeah, so all Bison have to do is, once this possession's over, just hold the ball.
Kinsmill bounces it down low to East, who fumbled it and then lays it in. Taylor back in out of the break, gets her first bucket, 65-58. Here comes the pressure and a whistle in the backcourt, and that's going to be a foul on Kinsmill for her 4th. It's also the 4th against UAM. Sorry, partner.
No, take care of the ball and make free throws. That's all you got to do. But I tell you what, when you give a bucket up that quickly, that still gives Monticello life with just nearly a minute to go.
Bo is going to call a timeout. And the reason for that, at least a large measure of it, is so he can inbound the basketball into the front court.
And he has some great plays out of that. But I'm thinking that it's not going to matter. David Mitlick is going to foul soon as possible. So either way, if they don't foul, it might be an easy layup for the Bison. They execute this half-court set.
Since 1981, South Central Industries has given individuals with developmental and intellectual disabilities opportunities to grow vocationally, residentially, and socially. Learn more about their mission, their services, including their office supply store and their food truck at SouthCentralIndustriesInc.com.
Well, a lot of grit, and they gritted it out. Give credit to the Bison. I know it's not final now, but there's really a low percentage that Monticello can pull this out with 52.9 left.
And really the game turned after UAM had cut it down to 3 in the third period. It became a one-possession game. OBU stretched it back, led by double digits, and so far they've been able to hold off the Cotton Blossoms. They inbound to Southern, who's trapped in her soft pass, stolen by Holbert. Azaria through the top of the key to the trailer Harris, all the way to the goal. Feeds it to Banks, who misses the layup, and the rebound is out of bounds off of Oklahoma Baptist with 38 seconds to play.
Well, I thought Getman got hit, but Southern dribbled in the backcourt, picked up her dribble in the corner. That's an easy trap and a steal for Monticello.
Kinsmill and East are back in for the Cotton Blossoms. 20 to shoot, 38.7 seconds to play. Bison leading by 7. Give UAM a lot of credit. This is a program that lost all 28 games a year ago, and quickly Midland has changed the mindset in southeastern Arkansas as the cross-court entry pass knocked away.
Yeah, severely improved team, Monticello. Good job by Chambers denying that pass.
Midlick spent 2 years as a head coach at Delta State. That's been it as far as a head coach at the Division II level. Harris bounces it left side. Ball sails to Harris. East, up high, 11 to shoot. Bounces into the paint. Kinsmill pivots, goes up. Shot was on the rim and fell off. Copeland with another rebound, and a foul's going to send Chambers to the free throw line. It's on Layla Balcells. That's her third.
Good defense by Jaden Getman all over the shooter. The shooter had a very limited view of the basket. That made that shot so tough on the off. Went over the left side. Sierra Copeland goes and pulls down the rebound.
Copeland is out. She has 3.6 rebounds, tied for team high honors with Kennedy Large, and Bo wants a 60. 22 seconds to play in the ball game. OBU by 7 on the Bison Network and KGFF. Located less than 5 minutes from OBU's campus, Hampton Inn Shawnee offers free breakfast and exclusive OBU visitor discounts. Call and ask about the OBU rate today. Shot clock is off, 22.2 seconds to play. It's a game of keep away and make foul shots now. Chambers to inbound to Jaden Getman, who has 20 today. She dribbles to the baseline, gets herself trapped, and a foul is called. And that's dangerous, Scott, because OBU does not have a timeout.
You know, and in the corner, like you said, that's just dangerous. If Getman's going to put the ball on the floor, she needs to keep going up the baseline. They're fouling on purpose anyway. Once you stop, you get double teamed. then you're at risk of having a turnover or steal for Monticello.
Nia Banks with her second foul. Long ago, UAM put OBU into the double bonus. Jaden Getman made her first 6, has missed her last 2 at the stripe, and she cleanly hits the first. She hit some big free throws in Alva last Saturday afternoon as part of a career-high 23 points. Trying to slam the door on Arkansas-Monticello today, and she hits both. And that moves the Bison to 22 of 27 from the stripe.
Outstanding. Good job by the Bison stepping up, hitting their free throws, especially early. It makes a difference at the end of the game.
Holbert pulls up foul line right. Now to Hawkins. Her 3 is an air ball, and possession goes back to Oklahoma Baptist. 7.7 seconds to play. UAM is going to drop to 4-9 of the conference, but they'll see the Bison next month at Steelman Gym in Monticello. Inbounds pass to Southern. She'll dribble timeout. Final score, Oklahoma Baptist 67, Arkansas-Monticello 58. The postgame show is coming up right after these messages on the Bison Sports Network and Classic Hits, KGFF. Okay.